Hello, welcome back to the channel. It says it failed to post a tweet on my Twitter when I was going live. Everything's falling apart. The world's ending. Alright, let me make... Okay, everything's looking good so far.
Wait a minute for people to come back in. There we go. It just popped up now. There's Dry Cane. Hi, Dry Cane.
Alright, but my wife's in chat, so that good. Dry Cane, what up, player? And you're still at work. What
There's
time?
Kevin.
What time to get off work, Dry Cane? Always forget.
Vladimir. No good. Here.
Say no good here?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, no good here.
Dracane says, oh, he's off in 30 minutes. Is it still yucky, you guys? Does it still seem out of whack? And for answering my question, also Anita, haha. Sloth is a cool kid costume. So the only reason why I will go ahead and answer the rest of that, the only reason why he was a sloth is because we wanted him warm, and the only fuzzy costume that was left was the sloth costume, but he was a damn cute sloth. This year he's really into Paw Patrol, and he wants to be Rubble from Paw Patrol. And I think it's ridiculous to spend that kind of money just because it's from Paw Patrol, but his aunties, my oldest daughter, was like, if he wants to be Rubble, let him be Rubble. I'm going to buy him his costume. So we'll see if she buys it for him. So as of now, he's going to be something that has to do with Paw Patrol. We'll see.
I think Rubble's a good choice.
Rubble's really cute.
Yeah, Rubble's a good choice.
Rubble's the best one, and he's such a Rubble. He is such a Rubble.
Pretty much spot on.
Thank you, Vince. Good that the stream looks better. Yay.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do some stuff to the computer when I get done with this stream. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so, I mean, it's been, how long since it's been on the stream?
I don't know. Oh, I'll answer that question now. Why haven't I been on this stream? Well, I've been in a show. And when I, before the show, I had rehearsals every single day. So I have not been able to be sitting here. And also, there's no way to just sit next to my husband during the stream when we have a 2-year-old running around. It used to be easy. We'd put him to bed, we'd lay him down, whatever. Now, he's psycho. And, yeah. And yes, Vladimir, he loves Paw Patrol so much. That's what he wants to watch 24/7. Paw Patrol. And he sings all of everything. And, you know, for him to be slightly on the spectrum, he is very smart. He has lots of vocabulary. And he can repeat anything that anyone says. So that's why we've been trying to keep our cursing down.
You curse way more on the baby than I do.
And he understands language, like inflections and everything, and how to say them and how to use them. So, yeah, we have to be really, really careful with everything. And he's at the age now where he doesn't want to play by himself. He wants you to play with him, or he's going to start finding ways to get attention from you. And that means throwing things or
trying to get the stuff that he's not supposed to be getting into.
Messing with things and just knocking stuff over.
Or just trying to disappear.
Or
like, where'd the baby go?
Or just hide somewhere. And he also knows how to unlock doors.
Yeah, he's learned how to unlock doors, which is
and he can walk out the front door.
a problem.
But he has not tried to unlock the door here. Now, his bio dad said that when he was there, he unlocked the door and walked out the door at 2:30 in the morning. And there's an alarm, and it woke him up, and he got him.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that.
But, yeah, that happened.
That scared the shit out of me.
But I told him he should not be in a space where he can get that far. Like in our home, if he was to get up and wake up, climb out of his bed and walk in the room, I would wake up before he would even get to the door. So I just feel like they should be more alert. But that's asking a lot. So
But I guess what we can do going forward at night is we can put the chain up on the door,
yeah, but
which is something that we've never done, but
no,
it's
but
there.
he's never even attempted to walk out.
Yeah,
the
just to
front
be on
door
the
here.
safe side.
I wake up as soon as he wakes up.
But what if like I'm watching them and you're done kind
Well,
of late?
in that case, you need to put it on there because you will go back to sleep when I tell you to watch the baby.
That happened one time.
Which was last week.
It was last week. It was actually kind of funny. No, it's not kind. It is kind of funny because you have to go do something. He said, "Hey, can you watch the baby?" And I'm laying in bed. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And then she goes and does her thing. I don't remember falling asleep, but apparently I did. And then when she came back from doing her thing, she was like, "Did you lose the baby?" And I woke up like,
Yeah, he was not. The baby had disappeared. We
The
didn't
baby
know where
had
it was.
disappeared.
So Latimer, to answer your question about them damn white things, I've already done this already. You know, I've got 4 adult children and I raised them all. Girl, boy, girl, boy. Every different kind of personality you can think of. Good, bad, and ugly. And otherwise, I should say. And they all needed different discipline. And all of them were ranged from good to really not so good. Those white things did not stop them. Every baby thing that was supposed to protect them only gave them a challenge. And White is that kid. He can take apart anything. So it's gonna be a waste of money. And oh yeah, well, speaking of the cursing with the baby saying it effing happened, that is his favorite saying since that video. And he knows it is not a good thing to say. So what he does is whenever somebody says another bad word, like Philip can say shit, and then 5 seconds later, he will say, Papa no say that word. It fucking happened. It fucking happened. It fucking happened. And he'll say that over and over again.
Word.
So if Papa says any bad word, if Mama says any bad word, he reverts back to the F word over and over and over again under his breath. So he knows it's not right, but he's like, oh yeah, there's that one word that I really like to say. Fuck, fuck, fuck. The other day I was dropping him off and we pulled up. Oh, and he knows how to use it.
Ooh, okay, I got 3 stars.
Which is hard to be mad at him for using words correctly. Because isn't that what we're supposed to be teaching them? And it's just another vocabulary word. So I just have to teach him it's not okay to use it all the time. We drive up. Dad comes running out for him, bio dad. And I go to get him out the car. He goes, that's Daddy! I go, no! Say, yay, yay, woohoo, all right. And he just so I knew that he didn't want to go. And he was using the word correctly. But they punish him for cursing. So, which only makes him want to curse more. Because that is how little kids do. And, kind of been doing this for a long time. Aside of having my own kids, I've been working with kids for 25 years now. And I won't even count the times where I was assistant at my mom's daycare and my grandma's daycare. So I've been with kids all my life. I've learned to, it's lagging again.
It looks like it's good now. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Yeah, we can just chat it up. I'm probably not going to do my war hits tonight on the live stream because I don't want this thing to crash, and I'm afraid that it's going to crash during my hits.
So, yeah, it's being stupid.
Yeah, I don't trust enough to do my war hits on it.
The other day we were talking about some stories, and my husband said, I've got to tell you guys them. So I don't remember which story, which thousands of stories. I have a story for everything. If you guys come up with something, I have a story because it's crazy.
I think the story we're
I've lived
talking
a
about
crazy life.
was
Naked man?
the naked man was one of them.
So, I have had the weirdest encounters in my life. I don't know why crazy comes near me. I've never ever had a nightmare with online dating. I've always had decent online dates and never had anything ridiculous. They just didn't work out. I did date one guy that I met online for 5 years and almost married him, but that's neither here nor there at this point.
Well, you didn't meet me online.
Shush.
Who's this man you're talking about? Jerk. Not you, him.
Oh my gosh. So Vince, he did not have any YouTube live streaming skills when we met. That wasn't even like a thing. We actually met probably going on 15 years now, 15, 16 years. And no, we weren't rock climbing.
It's a story about rock
It
climbing.
wasn't anything about rock climbing. But one story at a time. So I dated, and I was dating, and this was after me being with my children's father for 11 years, never got married, yada, yada, yada. All right, now you guys got the breakdown. So I used to sing and promote over at a club here in Tacoma, and the people that worked there had been trying really hard to get me to go out with another guy that worked there because he liked me a lot. Now, problem was, they all called me the good girl. And it was mainly because I don't kiss on the first date. I don't, I'm just kind of like, prude-ish at first. And,
What up, Ed?
hi, Ed. And so I said fine, but it would have to be after work, which is 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, look, I'm trusting you guys with this person. It's been like 4 months. Fine. I will finally just like go hang out with him. So we were going, we drove separate cars. He said, I'm going to stop by the house to change clothes because he was one of the bouncers at the at the club. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you can come on in. So I come in, and he goes in to change clothes, and he comes out and he's naked. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, oh, I'm just getting comfortable. You don't have to get naked if you don't want to. And I was like, well, are we going to go to dinner or something? He's like, well, I thought we'd watch a movie first. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting naked. And I'm not comfortable with you being naked. And I'm out. So I was getting my things to leave. And he says, the least you could do is jack me off. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he said, it works about 50% of the time.
That's a lot of work for 50% odds.
And I went back, I yelled at all. None of them even thought that this guy would ever do anything like that. So from there on, of course, I told everybody at work. And from there on out, he was known as Naked Man. And he got so embarrassed from being called that because I would be there every Thursday and Monday night, that he quit. Because he just, I'm like, you did it. And he laughed it off for a while. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, creative math nerd. Yes, you are. So, yeah. That happened. So I just left immediately after he said that. And then, I told all of his friends, I'll never take any date advice from you guys.
I'm on no suggestions
never again.
About dates ever again.
Never, ever again. I think he kind of lost friends over that because that was just a little much. Also at the same bar, I was standing in, there was a line out front, so I was coming in and I just walked through the front doors, and the guy goes, they were catcalling or whatever, us, me and some girlfriends, and there was a guy with like 3 or 4 other guy friends, and they were like, oh, look at that ass, look at her, oh my God, she's so fine, blah, blah, blah. And one of the guys goes, she is so fine, I would suck a fart out of that ass. Immediately, his boys were like, "Nah, man, I can't co-sign that one. Nah, I'm good." And I was like, "What did you just say?" And like his friends were apologizing, and I go on inside the club, and me and my girlfriends decided that we're gonna dance for a little bit. So we're dancing. This guy comes up. He's like, "I really apologize. I'm so sorry. Do you think I could get a dance?" And I was like, I would never dance with you. You suck farts out of women's asses.
That you don't even know.
No. And so
complete strangers.
that was that. How? Why?
You gotta put
I've gotten
a ring on it first.
the weird, and I'm probably with my husband because he didn't come at me with some weird ass line or do anything weird.
That's because I got game.
No.
I got so much game.
What is that?
What?
A new Discord.
Oh, Ed's talking about he's having Discord issues. That's not us. That's something entirely different. Ed, I would definitely say something about it, but I don't know a damn thing. Well, I know about Discord, but I really don't know how to set it up and use it properly.
Yeah, so...
And it's real quick, in case anybody's wondering why I'm not really playing the game. Something's going on with my laptop. If I do too much in the game, then...
It starts shutting down
yeah,
and
then
lagging.
then it lags the stream. I don't know what's going on, but we're having a good time, so we'll just keep on going with the stories.
And for those of you that have not heard the story, we met 15 years ago. I will tell you how Derig did.
With my game. My strong game. My full court press.
I can tell you right now, this man didn't have any game.
Game, cuz.
Oh, see? See?
That's how I did it.
That is definitely what. Definitely not game. Anyways, okay, so we met. I was working at K&G, which is a clothing store.
King.
He was working at Burger King. It's in the same complex, in the same, what do you call those things? Mall shopping.
Plaza?
Yeah, mall,
I think.
plaza shopping area. And I would go over there for lunch. I always ordered the same thing. I don't even like Burger King. And he was like working over there. At that time, he was 24 and I was 30.
Young Derig.
So almost 16 years ago. And I ate Burger King for lunch.
For months.
For months. I was interested in him. Don't ask me what. I think it was the tone of his voice. I really liked the tone of his voice. And he was kind. And I thought he was kind of attractive when I went through.
Kind of attractive?
Kind of.
Oh my gosh.
I liked his voice. He has a good voice. And I just really kept eating Burger King, and I don't even like it that much. And then one day his coworker was like, oh, and I kept asking him, will you come over to K&G? We have these great sales. We got good this, got blah, blah, blah. I was like, he just was not paying me any attention. He didn't understand I was flirting, I guess, with him.
I didn't understand that you were interested in me.
Yeah. And
I don't pick up on cues very well.
Yeah, hints, cues, even to this day.
Nah.
Not at all. He doesn't even pick it up if I tell him directly.
Sometimes I don't.
I like flowers.
Yeah, y'all know how that turned out. It took me years.
And don't get me into talking about that because he was upset because some guy gave me flowers because that's customary when you come to a show and there's an actor in the show that you know to give them flowers. My husband came to see the show 4 times.
3 times.
3 times. And ask him, did he bring me flowers?
I did not. Because it was hard. We had to share a car. We had to get the baby to go, the stuff. And
how
things.
long do you have the...
And I was just joking about the flowers that guy got. I was just joking.
How long did you have to have the car before the show started?
An hour.
Couldn't get Thank you, creative math nerd. Thank you. How did he not come to opening night without flowers? On top of that, there were flowers all in our dressing room, the teenage girls, and some of them got delivered to the theater for them. Has my husband delivered me? Got anything delivered for me? Even something from Amazon? No!
Charvel, I did. I had a whole stream about it. Beautiful flowers. Remember that?
He did buy me. He
Big
did.
and beautiful.
Because you guys
Because you guys kept roasting me about it.
He bought me flowers and he has not since. But anywho.
But I guess I'll be doing it again soon because I'm getting roasted again. And I gotta take it to Disneyland.
Anywho, we met at Burger King.
Yeah, but then
His friend finally convinced him to come over and see me, and he asked me for my phone number, and I gave it to him.
What is wrong, Derek?
And
Why did you not?
Really
I got
weird.
problems.
Really, really, really strangely, we moved in together like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And we were together.
Keen, I will. I am.
Look, who's calling me?
Oh. Well, answer it and see what she says.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Talk to Derek.
Hi, everybody. My name's Derig. Lanita stepped away for a moment. We might have to get the baby. We shall see. I've gotten a lot better. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like during the pandemic, like there was like a very long stretch. You know, I mean, you guys know my depression and stuff. I got stuff going on. I'm on medication now. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And again, sorry that I really can't play the game right now. It really does. I don't know what's going on. It completely destroys the stream. I don't know what changed. Even if I go into something like if I just go look at my heroes, just click on it. Okay. Oh, there's more to the story, Vince. There's more to the story. Yeah, Vince, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. I had to do something about it.
We might be going to get Boogie.
Okay. What's going on?
Nathan still has a bad toothache. Apparently, which, you know, she's a little cuckoo, but she said he still has the poison in his mouth. I don't know what that means. But she said it several times, he still has poison in his mouth. And he's been cranky all day, and why it's making it worse. But she's at work.
I mean, yes, so you're gonna text and see if he wants us to come get him. So the war right now, what are we looking at? They got 50 flags. We have 113. I don't know what's good. How do you feel about this war? Oh yeah, and if you guys do want to donate, you can go to streamlabs.com/Derek the Dark One, so I can buy my wife flowers.
Yeah.
Or just because you guys like us.
Truth be told, we honestly have struggled a little bit because of COVID. And because of my job, I'm an actress. And I have not worked in 2 years because of it. And it's frustrating because I'm alive. I mean, I get paid. When I get paid well, I get paid well. But not working is killing us. And so we're behind quite a bit.
That's real quick. It's called Hellcat by Desmion. That's for Vince.
Mm-hmm. Vince, Hellcat by Desmion. So yeah, it's been really rough for us. Trying to take care of the baby, because babies are expensive, 2-year-olds are expensive, and he won't stop growing. He's already in 4T clothes, and he's only 2 years old. And yeah, we took that on, and we did it because we love him. And we don't get compensated or anything for it, but we still will put food in his mouth before we will eat ourselves. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle for us with everything, but we're working it out. We've come to the conclusion that as long as we've got each other, we will make it through. So, which makes it kind of hard when he gets in his funks, and I'm like, look, I'm all you got, God damn it! But as I was saying before, he finally was convinced to come over and see me. We moved in together. We stayed together for a very short period of time, which seems like a really long time.
It was about 11 months.
But yeah, it was
Like
less
10 or
than a
11
year.
months, yeah.
In that time period, we got engaged, but we got engaged because I said so, not because he asked me. I was like, it was very weird then. Somebody was selling their rings, asked us if we wanted them. I was like, I mean, we want to stay together forever, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, we'll take the rings. And then, we bought the rings. And then I was like, I'm engaged now. And that's kind of like how that went. But then we broke up. We even kind of had an engagement party where our parents met each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And
Man, it seems so long ago. I
and
forget
that,
stuff like that.
That's when we found out that his mother and my children's father's mother worked together. And so we had my ex-mother-in-law, which is still like my kid's grandma, and my new mother-in-law now. They were all like, everybody's hanging out together. So needless to say, me and my ex are still kosher with each other. We're all good. And my husband here is very sweet about understanding his role in the children's lives. So at that time, the oldest was 11 and the youngest was probably about 3.
Yeah,
and
Saphir's about 3.
Now the baby, who is Saphir, is 18 and the oldest will be 26 in March. So yeah, it's been a while. But in the meantime, we went our separate ways, and I remember specifically thinking to myself that we're going our separate ways not because we didn't love each other anymore.
It was my drinking.
It was because of his drinking, and I'd never been with anybody that was an alcoholic, so I didn't understand that he was an alcoholic. I just thought he was 24 and I was 30 and I was in a different place, so he still wanted to party and drink, and I wasn't about that. And at the time, I thought, like, if I gave him an ultimatum, stop drinking or me, then it would just be, easy. But that's not how it works. So anyways, I left. Or he left. Or we mutually decided that we would be better apart. Mm-hmm. And I thought in my head that if we are meant to be, we'll get back together. We never, we kind of fooled around a little bit after that. But then after it actually finally stopped, we never spoke to each other again for 10 years.
Which is amazing to me. We really just like completely lost touch with each other for like 10 years.
Didn't talk.
Nothing.
Didn't stay in contact. Occasionally we were friends on Facebook because he was friends with my daughter on Facebook. But we never really talked. We didn't message each other, private message each other. I didn't really know what was going on with him. Occasionally my daughter would be like, did you know that Philip? That my husband's doing this, blah, 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 that Derek's doing that, whatever. His name's not Derek to me, so it's really weird that I'm calling him on there, but anyways. So my daughter would like kind of keep in touch with him, and my daughter and him had a really good relationship when we lived together, and she was actually kind of sad, which she does not admit now, but she was actually kind of sad that we broke up.
Because I'm awesome.
He never drank or anything around my children. He never he did drink, but he never let them see him be extremely drunk like he would be sometimes, and act out or anything like that. So there wasn't any reason for me to be angry with him. I just knew he had a problem and he wasn't ready to deal with it yet. And so we had to move on. So anyways, he went through some stuff, and then I got engaged to be married, and, never really thought about it anymore. And then my daughter was like, hey, have you seen that picture of him lately? And I was like, who? And she was like, Philip, that's his name, guys. And
Yeah, back then when I was built,
yeah,
I was in much
and
better
I
shape
was
than I am
like,
now.
I legit thought it was a picture of like a poster or something. I did not think it was a real photo of him. I was like, oh, that's a meme or something he posted. And she was like, no, that's him. I was looked a little closer. I'm like, no, because it was his back, his, and I never, nah. And you know, he's bald now and all the, yeah, whatever. That's not him. Whatever. So, it was Christmas time, and he was wrapping some gifts, and took a picture of his beautiful wrapping. He can wrap really good. It takes him 10,000 years, but he can wrap a really beautiful gift. And he said, got done with my Christmas wrapping already. And I was like, so which one of those are for me? That's what I wrote on his Facebook. My daughter now says I was flirting.
She was flirting. That's flirting, right? That is flirting.
I haven't talked to him in 10 years. And so I didn't know how to just be like, hey, what's going on? How have you been? So I just left that as a thing. Oh, which one of those are for me? So it wasn't like, you know. And yes, Charvel, I just saw that. If you donated, I'm sure he would, because he wouldn't have a choice. So anyways, I said that, and he responded. Yeah, I texted.
Okay.
He responded and he said, well, your gift, I was just going to wrap yours. What was it that you wanted again? So I can remember what I already wrapped, like trying to be funny. And I was like, yeah, he's still as silly as he ever was. And my daughter was like, God, Mom, he's so weird. He like always comments on all of my pictures and stuff, you know, because the older she gets, she starts thinking like, oh, this is a grown man talking to a child. And so it went from like, oh, this was like my father figure, friend, person, to now like, oh, this is just some man that my mom used to date, and he's commenting on my stuff. This is weird. So she went there after not seeing him for so many years, and she was like, he's so weird and just so and I'm like, oh my god, whatever. So anyways, he texted me because he found out that my number was the same.
Mm-hmm. You knew exactly what you were doing. That's his. See? That's
was
clean.
not trying to get into a relationship. I was 40 years old, had not been married yet, and I got out of a really crappy relationship and was still dealing with it, mind you. I had a psycho ex who was still trying to be with me, and I was over it. Controlling, no more men in my life. I can do bad by myself. I am okay with being me. And I've never been really a single adult in my life. So I was ready to do that, be a single adult and just have a good time. So I was, I guess, kind of flirting, but only to open up the doors to say, hey, how are you? What you been up to? I was not trying to get into a relationship, and he knows that I wasn't trying to get into a relationship because I went in on him.
She tried so hard to dissuade me. She always kept saying she had all these dates and stuff going on.
Thank you. HHH 1077.
Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah.
These
So
people
anyways.
do as well.
Yeah. I was not trying to have it. And so he texted me and was like, hey, do you want to meet up? Well, it was just so happened we had been texting each other, and I said, well, what are you doing? I just got off work. I'm over at Target. I'm like, Target where? And he's like, Lakewood. And here, that is like, anyways, it's another shopping center. And I was like, I'm on my way there right now because the theater that I was working at is directly across from Target.
Right across
I
the
was
parking
like,
lot.
oh my gosh, we're going to be in the same place at the same time after like 10 years of not even looking at each other, seeing each other, or talking to each other. That's crazy. And he's like, yep, that's crazy. So do you want to meet up? And I was like, I have little time because I have to get in there for the show. So, okay. And we met in the parking lot, and he got out the car, and I was like, oh. What have you done to yourself?
I had the piercings in. If y'all remember, I had the piercing.
From the neck down, he looked really good.
Banging.
But them
Oops, sorry. The neck down, I was banging.
3 piercings in his lip, and it just was not I was like, ugh. And he was too skinny. His face was too skinny, in my opinion. It just was like, his face wasn't chiseled. It was just sunken. And like, it wasn't doing anything, and it was just buff with, you know.
Damn, babe.
Sorry, truth.
Ouch.
Truth comes out.
Hashtag facts. I don't like them.
Hashtag facts.
Get them facts out of here.
And I looked a hot mess because I was doing Rocky Horror Picture Show as Magenta, and I wear a wig, so my hair was like in this weird bun, and I had these weird like extreme makeup on. I had sparkles and silver on my eyelashes. I
thought you looked really cute.
bright red lipstick on, tons of blush. I looked a mess. And he was like, let's take a picture together. I was like, oh my gosh, fine. So we took a picture. I said, hey, you should come see my show.
I could probably find that picture.
And he was
put it
saying,
out.
yeah, you have it. Because I have it somewhere too. And he was saying, well, I'm really sick. Because I was like, why don't you just come to my show? Why don't you just stay? And he told me he was really sick and that he needed to go home and try to, get better. And that maybe he could come see my show on Sunday because that's when his day off was. And I was like, okay. It was probably about 15 minutes after I got into the theater that he texted me a picture of the ticket he bought for Sunday. I was like, all right, see you then. So he came to my show on Sunday. He really liked it. He knew nothing about Rocky Horror, which was so funny because if you know anything about Rocky Horror Picture Show, it is something. So, yeah, it's something. So he saw that. He really enjoyed it. It was our very last show. And he asked me, well, can I take you out afterwards? And I was like, nope, we have a cast party. Sorry, you can, I didn't even invite him. I was like, nope, got a cast party. He's like, okay. The next day he was texting me, you look great, blah, blah, blah. I forgot how hot you are, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't say that.
You did too.
How hot you are?
Well, how beautiful you are.
There you go. That sounds like the game that I'm known for.
Anywho, can I take you out on a date? No. Why not? I already have some dates set up. Which I did. Because I was dating. Now, he thought dating meant I was having sex with people. That is not my dating. My dating is when someone takes me out. I mean, I guess that's Naked Man's idea of dating too. But that's not my idea of dating. So
Just when I say that I'm dating somebody, it means like I'm dating somebody exclusively.
I was saying I was going on dates. I didn't say I was dating like.
Fair enough.
Like with somebody. I did not tell you I had a boy. I told you I didn't have a boyfriend.
That's true. That's true. You did. You did. All right.
Yeah. So I wasn't just going around town sleeping with guys for fun. That's not me. So, and you know that's not me. So I was like, what? Anyways, my first love from high school was we had made a deal with each other when we were younger that if we don't get married by 40, we would marry each other. So
gross.
And he and I were trying to see if we were going to bye Wiz. He and I were trying to see if we could make that happen. Ultimately I decided that we can't make it happen. It just
because it's gross. Gross.
But you will always really be a good friend of mine. I think he's great. And I love my husband very much. and I chose my husband.
Ew. It's even more gross now.
Even if I think he's a great person, I chose you because I love you.
He's not better than me.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said I chose you. You're obviously the best for me because I chose you.
Yeah, exactly.
To be with me. And you're the only guy that I actually married because I've been engaged 3 times and I always had a reason to not get married. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Runaway bride here. And I married you.
And that goes back to why we got it done so quickly.
Yeah, so
I was like, I got to get this done quick, or she's going to find out what I'm really about.
So I finally gave in to him. But I've never had a proposal. Ever. I've never had a honeymoon. I bought my own rings. Yeah, but
and I think you bought my ring too, didn't you?
Yes.
And she bought my ring.
And
I'm unconventional.
We got married, and he acted like he didn't even understand what a proposal was.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
And I don't know why it sold me because I am a girl who loves romance so much, and I'm always trying to be like, what is the most romantic thing that you ever did for a girl? And like, he used to just bring me little gifts just for the fun of it, and I mean, in the short 5 months that we were together before we got married, he was very giving and would show his appreciation. I just am a girl who wants him to show that he appreciates me. And I feel like him going to take the time away from his everyday life to go do something, be it like write me a letter, it doesn't have to cost a lot. It just meant that he took the time out that we weren't together to think about me. And that's what I feel like a gift is. And so, or flowers or something like that. It just means that he took that time out of his life to go do something for me, and he was thinking about me when we weren't together. And so that's why I will be at the store and I will bring him home a little something because I want him to know that I'm thinking about him in those moments. So he has like little trinkets like Mario brother characters and stuff like that. I was at the store, I saw it, it made me think of you, I bought it, you know. And so that's what I think. Yes, my love language, which he already knows.
All right, Queen, we'll catch you later.
Okay, go concentrate on your hits. So yeah, yeah, it is my love language, I guess. And I know what his love language is, and I try to fill up his tank. So I just want it reciprocated sometimes, but because he puts me through a lot.
I don't know about a lot. It's very subjective. She's looking at me, isn't she?
But in the end, I do love him, and even though everything that we have been through has been hard, and 2020 was really, really, really hard for us. It was a lot of sadness and depression, and you know, I personally have depression and been diagnosed for a while with bipolar depression. So it's really hard to have two people that have depression problems and
what about coconut?
Things to deal with, to try to be together. So part of our vows when we got married was to take care of each other. And I really try really hard to do my end of that bargain, to take care of him. And then also try to take care of myself in doing that. So I want him to do more of taking care of himself and to take care of me so we can like do this thing together. So he's learning. I realize that this is probably the longest relationship he's been in so far.
I want to say yes. Yeah.
It's 4 years now. And so, like, what you don't know, you can't show. So I've been trying to, like, show him what is important to me and what it takes to keep me. Because I can go.
But you can go. Coconut was thinking it's been a while since I saw you streaming. Yeah, I mean, I last streamed like a week ago or something like that. I did a few polls for the Knights. I got the 4-star red one and 2 3-star yellow ones. I don't recall their names. I was gonna do 4 hits and a bunch of other stuff as me and my wife spoke, but the game is causing issues to the stream, so now my wife and I are just talking.
Yeah.
So if I do anything with the game, it just shuts everything down. It's pretty annoying. But Coconut, how are you doing? That's a real question. I really want to click on stuff and even just talk about heroes, but even if I go into my heroes and I start moving around, then I start dropping frames. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I gotta figure out what's going down. What up, media? See, yeah, use those YouTube dollars to update the PC. Man, I wish I was getting YouTube dollars. I wish. No YouTube dollars for me.
Not yet. We're trying.
Not yet.
We're trying.
I'm gonna keep on streaming though, and I'm gonna end up going back to work here in a little bit, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's what we were trying to avoid. We were trying to get 1,000 so we could get monetized on YouTube. So he really enjoys being at home, so he can take care of the baby while I work. But it's just not feasible right now because we just bought a house 3 years ago, and so we've got to keep a roof over our heads and eat. There's a thing called eat. So we
Oh, Coconut with kids on the run is so
he's
peaceful.
gonna have to go back to
Yes.
work or go to work, and yeah, we're gonna have to find someone to watch the baby while I'm at work. So that's gonna be tough because
That is gonna be tough.
he loves his papa very much, and we both know. Thank you, Coconut. We both know that.
Drake Kane, I'm at 669, I want to say.
He said Wyatt has not been home that much.
Oh yeah, because he's been over here.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, 669 looks like. I really want to do stuff with the game. I really want to do all the stuff I can click on. I got raid hits. I got tournament hits I could be doing. Oh, what's going on with my laptop, man? Oh shit, I think I know what it might be. I downloaded Resident Evil 7 for the PC. Oh, that's the only thing that changed. And that's a pretty big game. So I wonder if that caused some issues. That's probably the the issue with the laptop right now. And it's not, it's a nice laptop. It's an expensive laptop.
Yeah.
We should not be having issues. Except if anybody in chat or if they're watching this on replay, if you run BlueStacks on your PC or your laptop, you'll know just how much CPU this damn program uses. It's ungodly how much it needs to emulate a cell phone.
Yeah, he wants us to come get him.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna roll together?
Sure.
Alright. So this stream did not go at all how we planned, or I planned for that matter. We gotta go pick up the baby now. But what I will do, I'm gonna find out what's going on with the laptop. If I can get it squared away, I'll I'll jump back on tonight, and if not, I'll definitely jump on tomorrow. But everybody, thanks for joining us and for the
Yeah.
stories.
If you want some more stories, just let me know. I'm telling you, you guys could ask us questions and I will have a story for you.
She will.
Because my life has been cray. And of course, that's why I ended up with my husband here, because I attract cray.
What are you talking about? I'm completely level-headed.
Yeah, you guys all know he's completely level-headed. Yes, the plans did change, and now we have to go get him. So no sexy time for us.
We had a sexy time.
Yeah, do you need to tell the business? Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, Derig began the sexy time. You know what I'm saying? Whose
Yeah.
life has been cray-cray? Yep. Yeah, Coconut, sorry you jumped on and now we're getting off. But enjoy your peace and quiet while you still got it.
All right, maybe I can probably do a weekly thing where I come on at least once a week or at least once a month, depending on my schedule. But I'll come through every once in a while and you guys can ask some questions and I'll give you the deets, the true deets on what's going on with us. Because he'll share.
Deeds.
Yeah, the true deeds. I'll let you guys know if I got any more gifts or letters or notes or romantic gestures. That's really all I want is romantic gestures, really. No, what I want is to see some kind of appreciation
Okay.
for being your wife.
All right.
Because I think I'm like a pretty good wife.
You are. You're an amazing wife.
And a lot of people don't say that about their wives.
And now everybody's going to hold me accountable.
Please do. Please do. Please
All right, let's get going. All right, buddy.
All right.
Take care. We're going to catch you guys a little bit later.
do. All right, thank you guys.
And sorry
See
for
you
all the
later.
technical issues. Jeez.